Welcome to PacketFabric's hosted cloud connectivity. We're a team delivering a private Layer 2 network as a service, delivering instant, scalable, and secure connectivity between any two or more points on our network at speeds ranging from 50 megabits to multiple 100 gigabits. With PacketFabric's cloud connectivity service, use a single port to reach multiple cloud service providers or CSPs. Now, it really is as simple as this. You have a choice, though, of hosted or dedicated connections. With dedicated, connect to a cloud provider port that you own. This means that no other clients can share that physical interconnect between PacketFabric and the CSP. It's best for high bandwidth use cases and for maximum control and security, but you're responsible for any port fees charged by the CSP, as well as the cross-connect fee in the provider facility. But with hosted, which is what I'm going to show you today, you connect to a shared cloud provider port owned by PacketFabric. This means that multiple clients share physical interconnects between PacketFabric and the CSP, and it's best for variable bandwidth usage patterns and rapid or unpredictable bandwidth growth. You're responsible for any port fees, and PacketFabric is responsible for the cross-connect fee. So why would you want to do this? Well, there's a number of reasons, but first and foremost, it's going to be cost. And what this is demonstrating is that based on the amount of data that you egress AWS, if you do it over the internet, you're going to be charged one fixed or set of rates, and if you do it over PacketFabric, you'll be charged a different set of rates. So even though with this calculation it's showing 19 terabytes, with you it might be slightly different, but the point is there absolutely will be a crossover point where it's going to be cheaper all over to go with PacketFabric than to continue to egress data over the internet. And the reason that we're so confident that there is a break-even point is because of this cost structure. So for each of the CSPs, this is the per gigabyte charge for egress based on the amount that you do per month. So obviously a bit of a discount depending if you are egressing a lot more data. So cost is definitely one major factor why you consider doing a hosted cloud connectivity service with PacketFabric. Another reason is that with going with PacketFabric is that we are a private and secure Layer 2 network, which means that all the concerns that you have connecting to your cloud providers over the internet, such as the variability with latency and jitter and packet loss, as well as the risk associated with man-in-the-middle attacks and DDoS, not just of the cloud infrastructure, but the ability to access the cloud infrastructure, such as things like DNS. So there's a number of reasons why you might consider going with a hosted cloud connectivity service from PacketFabric, which is far more secure and performant and more cost-effective. Everything I'm going to show you today is documented in incredible detail on our website, and that website is docs.packetfabric.com. As you can see here, it'll show you everything you need to know to create a hosted AWS connection, including screenshots, explanations of every field, as well as snapshots of what to expect on the AWS side and what to do when you're there, as well as what the next steps to expect are. And you can find this for all the CSPs, not just AWS, as well as information about our other services and products with very detailed knowledge base information. But we want to show you how to create a hosted cloud connection to AWS and just how simple it is. So this is going to rely on the fact that we already have a pre-existing interface, and this would be analogous to your port in, say, Chicago. But now we want to make a hosted cloud connection. So as you may have remember from earlier, I said there's two sorts of cloud connectivity that we offer at PacketFabric, hosted and dedicated. And so when it comes to hosted, this is the one we'll be demonstrating today, and that's where we're providing the port to AWS. So there are no hosted cloud connectivity products configured just yet, so we'll click here to create one. As you can see, we have a number of cloud providers and the list is growing, but we're going to focus on AWS today. So let's select AWS. We'll then select our port, and recall there's our port in Chicago, your port. And then we can select an AWS on-ramp. So here, again, we'd select our US East 2 zone, and that would be in the QTS Chicago on-ramp. And then our capacity, and we support anywhere from 50 megs out to 10 gigs at this location. And I recommend generally starting with 1 gigabit because that's where you can use a transit gateway on the AWS side. I find it to be the best kind of way of going. When it comes to availability zones, analogous to availability zones in the cloud, where we try and mimic not just the consumption model, but also the redundancy model, is every single piece of hardware that is involved in creation of the PacketFabric Cloud Connectivity Service is duplicated at each of our POPs. And so this gives you a choice of this connection being in zone A, and then for redundancy, you could create another connection and connect it to the same POP but in zone B. And then you'd be assured of knowing that each of those connections goes to a diverse hardware stack on our side, and you could do the same with a redundant port on your side. And here you'd enter your AWS account ID, and this is so that we can connect and make the connection into AWS on your behalf, and you'll still have to connect it on your side. So it's still very secure, there's nothing to worry about. So let's give this a bit of a description. And you have a choice of different billing entities. So if you had different virtual entities that you wanted to bill this out against, you could do that. So for a departmental chargeback, that kind of thing. You can see here that there's no recurring cost because you're already a customer of ours. You'd have a port. But the monthly recurring cost for a 1 gigabit connection is as low as $200 per month. And it's as simple as placing the order. And it's now provisioning. Here we see the steps that it's going through. Okay, and just like that, it's now active. We can have a look, find all sorts of information about our connection, but most importantly, we have a connection that then allows us to go into the AWS console for that account. So given that I have credentials, I immediately go in and I should find that there is a connection. Our AWS connection PacketFabric is in ordering state, so I can then accept that. And it's really as simple as that to get cloud connectivity to AWS with PacketFabric. So hopefully I've shown you how simple and easy it is to save a bit of money and headaches by doing your cloud connectivity to AWS via PacketFabric. So why not come to our website under the technology heading and so either get a demo account where you can have a bit of a poke around, a read-only account, or request a live demo with some of our SEs, or just have a look at some of our technology platform information. But we'd love to hear from you. And yeah, what are you waiting for? Come join us on the Fabric.